So today I was going to take a look at the Earthquaker Devices Plumes versus the pillars that is now available with the HX Stomp and other Helix products there. So I think this one was added in version 3.5, and it is one that Earthquaker name actually is on, and it doesn't just say, oh, it's a recreation of a popular one. It doesn't actually say Plumes, it says Pillars, but Earthquaker is part of the description on the website and everything there. And it's got like all the same controls, the gain, tone level, and then the 3 modes that you have right here. So I'm just going to call them how they're numbered, mode 1, 2, and 3. I know one of them is kind of like more of a stock tube screamer, and one of them is their take, and then the mode 2 is definitely more of like a clean boost in most cases there. Right now I've got the pillars set to, let's see, mode 1, that's why I've got it over here, and then basically everything just at normal 5 across the board here, or 12 o'clock on that. So this one actually is the one that's available in the Helix. That's the and I'm using my Telecaster right now with this. I feel like I get a lot more I don't know what the right word for it is, but I can tell a much bigger difference on what's going on with the plumes and whether it's being used or even being on at all with the kind of the lipstick style pickups that it has. The guitars that I have that have humbuckers or active EMGs, like I'll turn it on, but it's already so kind of compressed by that. I feel like I don't get as much difference with it. Maybe if it was in the effects loop, I might notice more of a difference, but that's just typically not how I use it. So let's maybe turn a few of the knobs, see how it behaves. I think that it's already a pretty close representation of it, but if that would be like tone all the way down and tone all the way up. A little harsh. I think the 5 is good. Let's see how this one does. There's one problem to having things assigned to those little switches is if you accidentally hit it, then it'll take you over to that. Okay, so tone all the way down, tone all the way up. Okay, and then let's do the gain. We'll do the same thing over here. Let's maybe mess around with the level. I'm going to keep an eye, make sure that I don't get into too much clipping or anything. Pretty close to it anyway. I'm going to try not to blow it out. There we go. Bring that down. It's pretty close so far on everything. Let's see how mode 2 sounds. So over here you have to page over, and you can see where it's like darker right there and lighter right there, that there's another page for you. So go to mode 2. Let's hear that. So looking at the sound wave, I can see a lot more dynamics to this one. I have to be careful with the volume on this one. So page back. So even on the second one, the gain, even when it's up high, it's still pretty clean. I think what you would typically do is keep the gain low and then boost the level. And maybe bring bring that up to your taste there. And then same thing over here. I'm going to switch us to mode 2. That's definitely, I think that one's the more normal tube screamer. Could be wrong on that, it could be mode 1. So that's with the gain up, it's with the level. Definitely has more drive than the mode 2, and then let's do the same thing down here. Oops, maybe on this one, and then mode 3. That's with the level up. Let's try pulling the gain up a little more. So definitely more drive on the 3rd mode than on the 2nd for sure. Settings. Cool. So the Plumes is you know, a nice overdrive for the price. It's $99, I think, or $100, or whatever the equivalent would be there. But the version of it that is included in the Helix or HX Stomp Line 6 products there, I feel like is a really, really good representation of what the actual pedal is. I'm probably, well, let's try this. I'm going to put it on a second path. I think that we'll still hear a little bit of that phasing issue that that I've heard with some of the other pedals. Let's see what happens though. So I need to hit action, drop it down onto path B, and then I need to kind of change where these are. So the mixer needs to be back here, and the split needs to be back there. So now I have a clean channel going digitally, and then let's see the, there we go. And then the pillars is in the B path. So let's see what it sounds like with both of them on. See, it definitely has that kind of phasey sound, and I think that might be just the tiny little bit of latency that you would have being digital back to analog and then back to digital. So I wonder if there's a way that I can change that. So mixer, I wonder if there's a way to actually do like a phase flipping in here. I'm not sure if that is a option. I'll have to take a look into that, and if I can find it, I'll definitely share it on here. But to avoid that, what you can do is just not have, say, one of the sends and returns, one of the effects loops, in a separate path that you've also got signal going through. You could have it maybe before or after, and I'm gonna have to experiment with that, see what I can come up with. Let's put it back in the path though, so you hit action, back to path A, turn it off so that now when I hit that switch it just toggles between the two. Okay, the level went back down. I think it's actually accidentally switched off of the effect there for a second. Let's see, put the level back to there. Then. So this is kind of a mode 3, mode 1. So this would be like mode one that you're hearing right now. And that's mode 3 on the pedal. So as close as those pedals are, or this one and the digital one, it's I feel like it's safe to say that 1 is maybe a little bit more compressed. 3 has a bit more volume, but not as much output as, say, the second mode does. So I'll go ahead and wrap this one for now, but I think this one was cool. The metal zone wasn't as close as I was expecting. The DS1 sounded pretty good. So so far the representations of the pedals that are available in the Helix are for the most part pretty good there. So yeah, I'll find another one to do here next, and thank you guys for watching.